Hello and welcome to the Lord of the Rings adventure card game. This will be tutorial 1 out of 5 tutorials in the series. I'm going to go ahead and select single player. And tutorial campaign. Tutorial 1 core concepts. Now we shall embark upon our journey.
Impatient to greet his old friend Glowin, who was expected on the Old Forest Road, Bilbo left Bjorn's hall to wander the approaches of Mirkwood. After raiding a bee's hive for an after-dinner snack, he continued onward, eyes scanning the path ahead for the face of his old friend. Bilbo was so eager to see Glowin that he lost track of time, and soon the light began to dim. With the setting sun, the sounds of the Wilderlands came alive, with the clicks, calls and squawks of creatures more attuned to nocturnal activity. Too late, Bilbo noticed the impending shroud of darkness.
"Oh, my stars!"
he exclaimed.
"I seem to have gotten all turned around."
Suddenly there was a snapping sound from the trees nearest Bilbo. He froze, staring at the tree nervously. But a soothing voice spoke softly from behind Bilbo.
"Greetings, friend of the elves."
Much to Bilbo's relief, it was Arwen of Rivendell, accompanied by a tall woodland elf.
I am Legolas, son of Thranduil, whom you know well.
And so we begin.
"I will gladly accept assistance from the elves."
It is fortunate that we found you, elf friend.
Neither the folk of Rivendell nor of Thranduil's hall shall fail you.
Your 3 heroes are essential to your quest. Do your best to protect them. If they're all removed from the game, your quest fails. You start every quest with 5 cards. To examine the cards in your hand, simply click on it. Each card has its own abilities, but for now the important thing is the cost. Each round you gain 3 resources that you spend to play cards. Any resources that you don't spend carry over to the next round. It's easy to play inexpensive cards, but you'll need to save up to play more expensive cards.
"My old friend Glowin awaits me on the Old Forest Road. Will you kindly assist me in finding the trail?"
You have certainly gotten yourself lost, little friend.
Hold fast, I fear we are not alone.
Spiders. It's always spiders. You must find the path to continue your journey. The goal will advise you on what you must complete to advance your story. When you complete necessary tasks, the goal will update automatically. You can select the location banner at any time to check your current goal. Objectives are an important part of play in many locations. When they appear, resolve them by using your characters to apply progress and advance your quest.
We must find a path past these creatures.
Your quest begins. The game is played in rounds. Each round has several phases, which always starts with upkeep. Any card with the upkeep keyword performs its ability during this phase. An upkeep ability will always trigger if its conditions are met. Arwen has restore 1 health to 1 character. Legolas has deal 1 damage. Some abilities trigger automatically, others require you to choose a target. A glow surrounds each eligible target. You can choose a target with a left click or right click to examine each available target before choosing one. So in this case, we can examine the targets by right clicking. See it as a hatchling spider, 0 cost, 1 attack, and 2 defense. This is a forest spider with 2 cost, to attack, and 4 health. Let's go ahead and apply that damage to the small one.
Back, foul creatures!
Arwen's upkeep ability did not trigger because none of your characters are wounded.
I have some healing art, should there be need.
At the start of every round, you and Sauron each gain resources that are spent to play cards.
We must weigh our options carefully.
After upkeep is the action phase. As the name suggests, this is where the bulk of gameplay occurs. Most card effects only happen during this phase, so always be sure to read your cards carefully. During the action phase, you can take a single action per turn. You may either act with a character or play a card. After you perform an action, Sauron takes his turn and performs an action in response. You and Sauron continue to take turns until both run out of actions or choose to pass. At that point, the round ends. The end phase button ends your turn for the round. Once you click the button, you cannot perform any more actions until the next round. The current round ends if Sauron passes also. If not, he will finish his actions first. One more thing. Besides your heroes, 2 card types are available to you on this quest. Events, which affect your characters or your enemies, and allies, who aid you in your journey.
We have friends in this forest.
Let's start with allies. To play an ally from your hand onto the game board. So in this case, we're wanting to play the Illithian Lookout. You can right-click the card to see what it does. And it's just a basic ally with 2 attack, 4 health, and 2 willpower. Willpower is used to engage obstacles or objectives. So we'll just drag this out on the board.
My arms see everything.
An ally is not as powerful as a hero, but can be of great use on your quest nonetheless. The Illithian Lookout is a good ally with decent ability scores, though no special text. You can have up to 7 characters in play at one time. Sauron can have up to 8. Sauron can play cards too. Playing a card counts as his action for the turn, just like you. Sauron can play a special kind of objective called a hazard. Each one triggers a negative effect until you resolve it or leave this location. Normally an ally is ready when they enter play. This means you can use them to take an action on your turn. While Thick Web is active, it exhausts every new ally that enters play. They cannot take an action until after they have ready for the next round.
Just like old times.
Now it's your turn. Choose what you'd like to do. Attack an enemy, engage either the hazard or the objective, or play a card from your hand. In this case, I think we need to get rid of that. So I'm going to have her use her willpower to defeat that hazard.
For Rivendell!
Rats has an end-of-round effect. This means that if the enemy is wounded but not defeated by the time you and Sauron both pass, it will restore 1 health.
This forest is alive with vermin.
Alright. We've got injured spider over here. All of my characters have 2 attack, which is not going to kill anything but the spider. He has 2 willpower, which would be best used against the objective. So I would say these 2 need to attack. He needs to attack the objective.
I'll do the
So we're going to
stinging.
get rid of the spider. We'll do 2 damage to the rat.
A red sun rises!
We're going to use 2 willpower against the objective. Now I have no characters available to do anything. I have 1 point left. I can either save it for the next phase, or I can draw the Westfold Outrider. I think in this case it would be best to add another player to the board.
We come riding.
His rival deals 2 damage to one unwounded enemy, Spider. A card with the arrival keyword triggers an effect when the card enters play. Now Sauron and I have both run out of points, so we're going to end the phase once I do this attack. When the round ends, every end card effect in play will resolve. Any temporary effects for that round will expire as well. So you can see that the rat healed itself by 1 point.
Let us pause and consider our next step.
If the card has an ability that explicitly states this round, the effect expires at the end of the round in which the card is played, such as Spear Wall, which is -2 attack to every enemy this round. When your characters are wounded, they can use Arwen's upkeep ability to restore 1 health to a character of your choice. A glow surrounds each eligible target.
I shall tend to the wounded.
He has a maximum of 4 health. Bilbo has a maximum of 8. Bilbo is more wounded, so I'm going to give him the health one. Legolas, choose 1 target, and he'll deal 1 damage. During upkeep each round, you gain action and draw cards. Sauron draws up to 5 cards every round, but he can only play them if he has enough action to spend. You must find the path to continue your journey. So in this case, she has 3 willpower. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the objective.
For Rivendell!
The rat makes his attack. He has 2.
There.
So we're almost there. Now he has none, so he's going to use his power to attack. We'll go ahead and try to take out the rat this turn.
A red sun rises!
Bilbo is going to do 2 damage to the spider.
I'll do the stinging.
Now we only have 1 action point left on to the next round. That point carried over. Arwen's upkeep takes effect. We'll give it to this guy this time. He's down by half. Legolas can do 1 damage. Now, we have an obstacle or a hazard in the way. And the spider's still up on board. But if we complete the objective,
For Rivendell!
each quest involves traveling to multiple locations. When you travel, beware. Every enemy that isn't exhausted at your current location will attack, and any end effects will trigger.
The old forest road is no longer safe. I must warn Glowin.
You've completed the goal for this location, and you may proceed to the next one. Travel, use the travel button.
I sense something strange has befallen Mirkwood.
Legolas observed as silence descended upon the forest. Arwen agreed, adding,
Let us continue along the path, but remain vigilant should these creatures return.
Bilbo sensed something as well, an increasing feeling of being watched, of an unknown observer lurking nearby.
I feel the eyes of the forest on me.
He whispered. Arwen and Legolas glanced at each other in worry, for they had sensed this for some time now. Alas, before they could do anything about it, more spiders dropped from hidden webs above to attack.
More of the foul beasts descend.
Beware that creature. I mark it to be greater than its brethren.
Most of the enemies you face are minions, but sometimes Sauron will send special foes against you. Called villains, they are more powerful than minions, and defeating them is often critical to the success of your quest. In this case, you must defeat the Dark Weaver. It won't be easy, since this villain will exhaust one of your allies each round. And remember, you can't take an action which exhausts the character. Defeat the Dark Weaver to complete your quest. He's exhausted this fellow. Legolas is down 3 points. She's down 2 points. Bilbo's down 2 points. So we're going to give the upkeep to Legolas. Since we've got to kill that Dark Weaver, he's going to give his damage there. So we're going to have Bilbo attack.
I'll do the stinging.
A red sun
And
rises!
Legolas. Our minion has fallen to the wayside. She can only do 1 damage. She has no special characteristics. So we're just going to go ahead and do the damage to the spider. You're doing pretty good. Now, what have we got down here that might help us? So that character has the best attack value.
The hidden arrow strikes fast.
A unit with the revenge keyword triggers an effect when defeated. If he's defeated in combat, he will exhaust one random enemy token. Defeat and discard are different. If a unit with revenge is discarded instead of being defeated, the revenge effect does not trigger. He's going to do his 2 damage. Now, we don't have anybody else with any attack ability. Looking for us healing. She can restore 2 hit points to 1 character upon her arrival. Only got 4 points to work with, so we could either deprive this fellow of his attack for this round. or we can restore some hit points. I think we'll heal Bilbo. This also puts Bilbo ready so he's able to attack once again.
Lazy lob!
And
We
he
have
has defeated
vanquished
Dark
the
Weaver.
beasts. Come, my friends. I see the path ahead.
Our quest is complete.
For days, a strange pull had drawn the creature towards the forest's edge. Desire drove it on. The creature missed the cool air and precious darkness under stone. Yet for years it had roamed the wilderland, faithfully searching, hunting, craving. A nearby noise attracted its attention, and the creature slid through the branches to investigate. As it peered out of the trees onto a small trail, its ancient heart began to beat rapidly. For there it stood, the thief, the forever cursed. Finally, Baggins.
And that was the end of Tutorial 1. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, and we'll see you back in Tutorial 2.